What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sinister-Cast, a podcast where I talk about music, my channel, and things going on in my life. So if you're new, consider subscribing, and if you like this video, make sure to like it and share it with your friends to spread metal and my channel to the entire world. So for today's topic, I wanted to talk about something that's been frustrating me lately. But before I jump into that, if you didn't join it live yesterday or haven't seen the video upload of this, I did a live stream yesterday of me dialing in a sinister metal tone using the Archetype Nolly plugin. Just something, that's my own tone. It's not using any of the presets. I set everything at neutral and adjusted things to a certain extent to where I liked it and kind of created a preset for a tone that I would use in recording any of my songs or covers or anything. So if you didn't check that out already, I'll have a card up top for you to click over and a link in the description for you to click over to go watch that. Yeah. Also, you'll notice I keep itching my eye. It's just weather; they're dry. But I zoomed my camera in a little bit more just to try something different. I don't know. It's something different. Okay, so just let me know if you like it or not. Anyway, jumping into the main topic of this episode, I wanted to talk about something that's been frustrating me lately. And I haven't been able to find a solution just yet for it. And it does kind of involve that live stream that I did yesterday. Yesterday I first had the idea that I wanted to start recording a new song, like an original song, and live stream it with you guys. But the problem is I can't get everything to work right to be able to live stream that whole situation, because I need a screen capture. I need audio coming from my computer to be captured. I need the plugins to run right, and I need to be able to monitor myself with like the Archetype Nolly so I can hear what I'm playing. Unfortunately, I have not found a solution that allows me to do all of that very easily, if at all. So that's why I ended up just using only the Archetype Nolly plugin yesterday and creating a tone as opposed to recording a song, because I can do that. Like, I can stream the Nolly plugin easier than I can stream like a Cubase session. And I mean, even with the Archetype Nolly stuff that I did yesterday, it's still a little bit wonky because the way that I have to route everything and get it to work with a live stream setting, it gives me a little bit of latency, which makes playing a little bit weird. But for something like what I did yesterday, where I'm just trying to come up with a tone, it's a little easier. But if I were to try to play along with something, or like end all be all record something, that latency causes a lot of issues, and I haven't been able to quite solve that just yet. But more importantly, I have been trying for as long as I can think of to be able to live stream recording a song, and I think at some point I did do something like that. I think I did do a live stream of me working in Cubase, and somehow I got it to work a little bit. But once I would switch, it seems that the main problem is the monitoring. When you live monitor or direct monitor your sound in like a Cubase session, that seems to be the main issue where I can't get over that bump. Because I remember in that session, that live stream where I did work on a new song, I believe that when I was switching back and forth between monitoring and not, it was either cutting out sound or not doing anything that it was supposed to. So it's been a real struggle, and I still haven't quite figured it out. Because basically what I have to do, if any of you know about screen recording or capturing like a program on Windows, like say if you record gameplay and stuff, you want the video and the sound. Which I can do easily, but there are some programs that don't like you to record them. And Cubase is one of those. And so was the Nolly plugin and a bunch of other stuff. It seems like a lot of audio-based programs tend to have issues with that for whatever reason. But basically, when I can only screen capture Cubase. I can't get the audio coming out of it just as if I were to capture gameplay or something. So what I end up having to do is I have to use a virtual mixer type thing. I use something called Voice Meter, and it's like a mixer situation, but in plugin program form. And basically what that does is it gives me virtual inputs and outputs so that I can reroute everything from program to program and get like the sound coming from Cubase and stuff routed to like an input on Voicemeeter and route that output to OBS, which is what I use to screen capture and do live streams and stuff like that. But in the event of doing all of that, it's very, I don't know, it sucks because doing all that stuff is really complicated to begin with, and it gets confusing and frustrating. And on top of that, I also want to be able to play, and it's so frustrating. Like I can get it to where if I already have you guys know I've done live streams of remember the what did I call it? Dissolving the Mix, the Dissolve the Mix little series thing that I did back a while ago that I might bring back if you guys want, where I went back to recorded sessions of like covers and stuff and broke down how I recorded it and how I mixed it and stuff like that. That kind of thing I can do. Okay, like I can do that. The problem comes with the recording aspect of within Cubase. I can get it to record Cubase and get it to record the sound. But as soon as I introduce like the Archetype Nolly plugin and stuff like that, where I have to monitor myself to be able to hear what's going through the plugin, that's where the issue starts to come up and things go all screwy. So I still haven't quite figured that out yet. And I might have to go back and find that live stream where I was working on a song and see what I had going there and maybe try to improve from that. But even then, that wasn't perfect. And even if I were to get it correct, it's really frustrating with the latency and stuff, because if I were to record a song and I had latency, then that would be a big issue because it's hard to play with latency. It's like Speech Jammer, where you talk and then you hear your echo of your voice back like a half a second later. It gets really hard to talk and stuff like that. And the same thing goes for playing. And unfortunately, I haven't, like I said, found a solution to that just yet. So I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to find solutions online, and I haven't quite found anything yet. It's a pretty specific problem that I have, so it's going to be very hard to find like a solution. I don't know if it's a widely had issue with a lot of people or not, but it's just been really frustrating to say the least. I just want to be able to simply record my Cubase sessions where I'm recording songs so that I can do cool stuff with you guys, because I really want to be able to do that where I'm like recording a song, or like if I want to live stream what next cover I'm working on or something like that. I just want to be able to do that and using all my stuff, but it just, with the way everything is, it makes it so hard and it gets frustrating, and yeah, it's just really complicated and tough stuff. I would love if someone had the answer to this. Like, if you guys by chance have the answer to this problem, that would be great. But if not, I'm going to continue to look for a solution. Because ultimately, like I said, I would love to be able to live stream my Cubase sessions so that I can live stream a song recording / writing process and have you guys join in on it, because that opens the door for so many things. Like, not only if I'm working on a song can you guys follow along, but I could also do live streams where you guys help me write a song and record a song and give your opinions on parts that I'm writing and stuff like that. And I want to be able to do that, but I just can't because everything has to be so difficult. Cubase, why can't you just... I don't even know if it's a Cubase problem. It might be a problem with my audio drivers and stuff, because I know Cubase likes to hijack the ACO drivers and stuff for audio because it's an audio workstation. So like if I open Cubase, then and as I have a Cubase session open, I can't go watch videos on YouTube. I won't hear the sound because Cubase takes priority over the audio and stuff. So that might be the issue somehow. But I don't know. It's a problem. The only other solution that I've thought of that I'm going to have to try at some point is if I can get a split TRS cable or guitar cable where instead of trying to do stuff all virtually and doing all that program rerouting and stuff like that, if I did more of a hardware solution where I took a cable that looks like a Y, so it's got one end and then another end with two plugs. If I plugged the one end into the headphone out on my physical mixer and then plugged one of the cables into, well, wait, no. How would I do that? No, what I would have to do is be able to split my headphone out input. So I would need a cable that splits it into two inputs so that I could plug in my headphones and listen and route out the cable to a line in. Or not even plug my headphones into my mixer, just plug my headphones into my computer and take just a single regular cable, plug that into the headphone out, one end into the headphone out, and the other end into one of the line inputs on the mixer, so it'll be like plugging into itself. But that way, possibly I could use that input as a way to record the output of the headphone out. I don't know, but that could run into issues too now that I'm thinking about it, because if I have that going, like if I'm recording the headphone out on my mixer to a line in on my mixer, I would have to have the volume up to be able to record that, but that would come to be an issue when I'm using my plugins like the Archetype Nolly, because it will take that input as if it was a guitar and add distortion and stuff to it. So that would cause a problem too, because I can't split it out like that. Like if I could set the Archetype Nolly to only accept the input from one of my line inputs, like my guitar input, and not the other one, that way it can just work on the stuff coming with the guitar signal, the direct guitar signal, and not worry about the other line in that's coming from the headphone out, then I could probably do that. But this is what I'm talking about. You guys could hear like how complicated this kind of thing is, and it's just really it's frustrating as all hell. And so it's a problem. Like I wanted to live stream earlier, but I was trying to figure out the whole live stream thing and I couldn't get it to work right. And then I just kind of was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do something with just the Archetype Nolly plugin, and then that's what I ended up doing. Just dialing in a tone of my own and setting it as a preset that I could click later. But, that's not what I wanted to do in the first place. It's been really frustrating. And, it's also frustrating on top of that because I wanted to have an actual video for yesterday and last week. But the problem has been that it's like the end of the semester and I've been like so goddamn busy with all these assignments that I have and getting ready for finals. And the last 3.5 years of my college life, I've had mostly, multiple choice style exams where you go in and you take the exam and then you leave. This semester, it's 95% essays, like take-home essays. So I've been writing a crap ton of essays and stuff, and I still have more to do. But the good news is next week is technically finals week, and then I'm done until sometime in January where my last semester picks up. But I've just been so busy with finals and school and stuff and work. It's just I haven't really had time to work on stuff. I've been slowly working. Like I have video ideas and stuff that I've already started and that I'm working on, but I haven't been able to finish them because I haven't had time to finish them because I've been working on all my homework and my assignments and my exam stuff for classes. And it's been a frustrating time, you guys. It's been so frustrating. And man, oh man, oh man. But see, like, I'm getting a headache now. Come on. I just want things to work right. It's been a frustrating couple weeks, to say the least. Cubase! why can I not just live stream your sound and video just directly? Because that would make things so much easier. But no, it can't be that easy. It's got to be very difficult. And it's so frustrating. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of, complain to you guys a little bit and also kind of fill you in on what's been going on. But see, I'm tired. Man, oh man, oh man. Am I tired still? It's Saturday. I slept in. Probably shouldn't have. But, I need my extra sleep because I don't get enough sleep during the week anyway. But, yeah, man, this has just been a really weird last couple weeks with how much work I've had to do. And, yeah. Alright, I'm trailing off and blanking off at this point. I got my rant out. I got the stuff out that I wanted to talk about. There's not much more that I have to really say about it other than it's just been really frustrating. And I guess just bear with me, like I've said a million times in the past, as I figure this whole thing out. So, like I said, if you guys have any kind of solutions or ideas for ways that I can fix the problems that I'm having, definitely let me know or direct me to somewhere that I can read about or see the solution to or something like that. Like if you have resources or any ideas, let me know. I am open to anything to be able to get this figured out. And like I said, if you didn't check out the live stream yesterday, definitely go check that out in the card or the description. And listen to me dial in one of my own signature tones. And I think that's it. So, like I always say, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sticking through till the end. And I will see you in the next video. Stay metal, my friends.